going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Currently on board one of the ships in the Royal Navy. I'm on duty, even though it's the holidays. Working through it though. Yeah, we're going to talk limitations in terms of being in the military, especially the Royal Navy. I don't know. I'm not really too familiar in terms of Army, Air Force. A bit familiar with the Marines as well. We're talking limitations in terms of being on board a warship and not having as much equipment as other people. I'm currently on a conveyor belt style treadmill, otherwise known as an assault runner. You can't use this when you're at sea due to obviously the ship rolling. And when the ship rolls, you're flying off the back end of this. But when we're alongside, honestly, it's one of my favourite bits of kit to use, just to get warmed up, get the pre-workout flowing from my body. I won't spend too long on this. I don't think it's an amazing form of cardio. I think incline treadmill is okay. I think the Stairmaster is okay, but I love using the bike, and we've got an abundance of bikes on here, which is good. We've got a few bikes. We've got an Echo bike, an assault runner, a ski erg. We've got a cross trainer, a rowing machines. We've got 3 or 4 of them now. So the equipment's not lacking. It's a bit limiting when you're obviously in rough seas, strong winds. You can't use all this equipment. It's pretty much get on the upper deck, go for a brisk walk, go for a run. And even then, when it's rough and it's honking out there, you can't actually do that. So then comes the nutrition. You have to eat smart as well in order to maintain the cut or to progress on your bulk as well. The bulk's not too bad. The food is pretty clean. It is possible to get fat. I see it quite a lot. People do overeat when it comes to bulking, or they just overeat in general. But the times that I've been on here getting ready for shows, I've been cutting, getting ready for 2 shows. In the process of cutting again, it's not pretty. It's quite annoying, in fact. It takes a lot of time to actually look at your food. You know, I bring rice on board. It takes 2 minutes to cook in the microwave. I bring my own chicken as well. But when we're away for months, that doesn't actually last. So you have to rely on the chefs cooking good protein, and 9 times out of 10 they are cooking good breakfast. You've got oats in the morning, you've got fruit in the morning as well. There's fruit throughout the day, so people think it's pretty limited on here. It's not, in a certain sense, and it is pretty easy as well to bulk and to cut. To maintain, you have to weigh things as well. Obviously, with cutting and bulking, you have to weigh things as well. But when you're at sea, scales don't really work. You put the scales on the side, and they're already going off. They're already about half a kilogram, which is annoying. You can't actually accurately weigh your food. But you look through that, you eyeball things. I've learned to eyeball quite a lot of stuff. So the nutrition is pretty much eyeballing it, and it does work. I've managed to get off my show last time with a few days to spare, where I can actually taper the things down to a point where you can see the striations and you can get pretty dry before a show. So I've been quite fortunate, but with the upcoming deployment, I'm looking to get back with a maximum of 2 days to prepare for this show. I'm not scared, I'm not worried. I trust my preparation on board. Like I said, I bring the rice on board, I bring my own food on board, and we try and meal prep a little bit before we go away. In terms of being in a different watch system as well, sometimes we do 6 hours on, 6 hours off, and that's a constant rotation. So it's 6 hours on, and you're dedicated to your work, you're doing your job, and then it's 6 hours off, and people tend to sleep in that time or just eat and then sleep. This is where people fall by the wayside, and the nutrition goes out the window. What I find is I use one watch, off watch, working out, getting my cardio in, and I might have a little nap, but I'll probably just do some writing. I was studying last time. I'm doing my online coaching course and actually just reading up on nutrition anyway. So I found myself busying myself up for about 3 hours all in all. But you can only book the gym for an hour tops. So we have 2 suites. We have the cardio suite, which is like the functional area, which is what I'm in now, which has all this amazing kit in it, the kettlebells and the bikes and the assault runner and the ski erg, like I said. Then you have the weights gym, which has some rowing machines, a bike in it as well, and obviously all the big boy weights as well. You can book each one for an hour. I tend to go half hour in here before my session, if it's free and I get in the queue in time. And then an hour in the weights room. It's hard sometimes. I found it quite hard when I first come on board to taper all my training into an hour. Luckily, I was bulking. I wasn't actually looking to do any shows at the time. I was looking just to build lean muscle mass. So it wasn't as bad. I could literally just go in and smash an hour in the gym and just walk away and feel, you know what, yeah, I've actually done something. But I need to have that warm up now. I need to have that cardio session where I'm bringing my weight down a little bit and getting a little sweat before I enter the gym. 6 hours off, you're tired, you're fatigued, and you just want to go to bed, and all you want to do is eat. And you're never actually full as well, because you're always at sea. Your insides are just weird. You're either never hungry or never full. The first time I went away, I was never hungry, which I lost quite a lot of weight. I was seasick quite a lot as well, and I actually threw up quite a fair bit. So yeah, I lost a lot of weight, I lost a lot of muscle. And I decided just to force feed myself quite a lot, and that helps when you're at sea and you feel a bit nauseous. So yeah, I bulked up pretty quick, and yeah, just smashed out the gym on here. It's got a lot of stuff in it. There are some limiting factors in the gym as well, which I'll show you, but not a lot. We tend to get stuff done, like I said, in the hour. And if we need to do any accessory movements, we come in here and finish off. But no, yeah, we get shit done. So yeah, about to do my actual form of cardio now on the bike. I tend to switch it up a little bit. This bike's broken. Damn it. I tend to try and switch up my cardio a little bit from bike to incline treadmill, just so I don't fall out of love with it. I'm loving cardio at the moment, and that's a blessing because I'm cutting and I've got shows coming up. But the problem is, like, you stick to one form of cardio and you end up absolutely falling out of love with it. You dread it. You end up skipping it, and then you fall by the wayside. I'll make this one quick because this seat is going down pretty quick. Another bit of broken equipment. But yeah, I feel like there's a common misconception when people join the, cool, the bike's turning off now, sweet. Guess we're not tracking calories today. Right. Yeah, so there's a common misconception, like I said, when people join the military, you have to be functional, you have to be, long distance runner, you don't have to be. I was, thankfully, and I breezed through training. But I've got mates who were bodybuilders from the start. I didn't stray from that path. Yeah, they found it a bit harder to carry their weight through training, to do the long distance running. But right now they're reaping the rewards. They've maintained size, they've maintained the muscle mass that they had. I took the easy and quite the cautious route as well. I completely stripped my body down from what it was. It wasn't much anyway, but I stripped it down and got back into the running, got back into CrossFit style movements. And I had dreams of going to a physical training instructor standard, Royal Marine standard, and I got there. And there still was this itch just to get bigger and to compete like I wanted to. So I've gone back, and it's set me back a little bit, not too much. But I advise anyone who is joining the military, keep as much muscle as you can, because you never know, you might want to do something with it in the future. I'm not saying don't go out for them runs, don't be functional, but incorporate within your training as well. If you're a powerlifter, stay powerlifting. You can get through training like that. It's not that hard, especially in the Royal Navy. Just pass your 1.5 miles within a good standard. Get to a good bleep test level. Get your swimming on point. And these things can actually help you develop as a builder as well, and as a powerlifter even.
Just 180 grams.